Okay, so something really big is brewing in the world of online communities. Linkspreed is totally overhauling their platform, and they're calling it a multi-social network ecosystem. Sounds complicated, right? Don't worry, we're going to break down exactly what that means for creators, for entrepreneurs, for you. To really get what this update is about, we've got to ask a pretty basic question. Is social media actually one size fits all? I mean, think about it for a second. Should a community for professional photographers have the exact same layout and features as a fan club for a TV show? Or a private network just for your family? The answer, of course, is no way. And that's really the heart of the problem with social media today, isn't it? You've got these massive platforms that basically hand everyone the same box and say, here, build your community inside this. It forces every single unique group with all their specific needs and their own culture into this pre-made, rigid structure. And honestly, that can be incredibly limiting. So what's Linkspreed's answer to this problem? Well, what they're proposing isn't just some minor update or a fresh coat of paint. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about building communities online. They're calling it their ecosystem vision, and it's a pretty big deal. So what on earth is a multi-social network ecosystem? The absolute best way to think about it is like this. It's kind of like WordPress, but for social networks. See, instead of just giving you a profile on their platform, Linkspreed is building a system that actually empowers you, the creator, the community leader, to launch your very own specialized social platform right from scratch. And here's the best part. This is where the magic really happens. All this power, all this flexibility, it's all going to be accessible from one central place, the Web4 Studio. You can think of it as your command center. It's a totally no-code environment where you can build, customize, and launch your network without having to write a single line of code or hire a team of developers. Now, Linkspreed isn't just giving you an empty canvas and wishing you good luck. Nope, they're providing a full-blown creator toolkit. This is all about giving you the specific tools you actually need to build the exact platform that your community has been dreaming of.
And just look at the variety here. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all approach. They're rolling out pre-built templates for all sorts of different communities. You want to build a Facebook alternative just for your college alumni? There's a template for that. How about an X alternative for real-time news in your industry? Done. A dedicated hub for video creators or even a super private network for your local sports club? The options are designed to be incredibly diverse right out of the gate.
And this slide just perfectly shows how easy they're trying to make this whole process. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you pick the template that best fits your vision. Second, you customize it. Add your own branding, choose your features, set your own rules. And third, you hit deploy, and boom, it's your very own standalone social ecosystem. It's designed to be super straightforward. Okay, so you've got the guts of your network built, but what's it actually going to look like? What about the feel? Well, this is another area where Linkspreed is really leaning into the idea of choice. It's your platform, so it's your choice of style. You get to decide between a classic, familiar layout or a totally new, modern vibe.
That's right, you get 2 completely distinct visual experiences to choose from. This isn't about them forcing a new design on everybody, it's about giving you options that are going to fit different communities and different goals.
So let's break down this choice. On one side, you've got the classic template. If you and your users already love the current Linkspreed experience, guess what? It's not going anywhere. It'll be fully supported in version 4. But on the other side, you have the Vibe template, and this is their brand new cutting-edge interface. They're describing it as modern, fluid, and really optimized for engagement, especially on mobile. The bottom line is, you get to choose the vibe that's right for your project.
All right, so let's tie all this together. Why does this whole evolution really matter? Well, because the future of online communities isn't about trying to fit into someone else's platform, it's about building your own. It's really about ownership. This quote from the Linkspreed team really says it all. Their whole mission is to empower creators, communities, and entrepreneurs to launch their own specialized platforms with ease. This entire update, every feature we've talked about, it's all built around that one powerful idea. So when it comes right down to it, Linkspreed V4 is about putting the power back where it belongs, in the hands of the community builders. It's about having the choice over what your platform looks like, total control over how it functions, and the freedom to finally build a community that truly authentically fits you and your members.
And that leaves us with one last, really interesting question to think about. With tools like this becoming so much more accessible, if you could build any social network from the ground up, perfectly tailored for a hobby, a passion, or a profession, what would you build? It's a fun one to chew on. Thanks for digging into all this with me.